Hello and welcome back to the channel. Last week I started a list about the greatest footballers in each position over the last decade. In my last video I discussed about the greatest goalkeepers of the last decade, and today I want to continue the list by talking about the right backs. So here is my view on the 5 best right backs of the last decade. Juan Francisco Torres Belen, or Juan Fran, came through the famous Real Madrid Castilla academy and made his way to the first team in 2003, making just 11 appearances for Real Madrid, and was loaned out for a year to Espanyol for the 2005-06 season, and then moved to Osasuna the subsequent summer for just €400,000. He established himself as a solid right back at Osasuna, and he went on to make 166 appearances for them. He moved to Atletico Madrid in 2011 for just €4.25 million and making over 300 appearances for them in the league and Champions League in the following 8 years, being an integral part of a side that reached 2 Champions League finals and won the La Liga crown in 2014. He moved to the Brazilian side Sao Paulo for free in the summer of 2019 and has been a player with them since. He also won 22 caps for Spain. While he never reached the dizzying heights of some of the others on this list and his trophy cabinet may not glitter as much, he was a solid defense-minded fullback for one of the best clubs in Spain for almost a decade, and I think he deserves a place on this list just due to his sheer consistency and longevity. Lukas Piszczek came into prominence when he moved to Germany from his native Poland to join Hertha Berlin in 2004, only to return back to Poland on loan. He came back to the German capital in 2007 and stayed with them for 3 more years, playing 87 games for the Berlin-based side across all competitions. A move to Jurgen Klopp's Borussia Dortmund followed, where he was a crucial part of the side that won the league in the next 2 subsequent campaigns and even made the Champions League final in 2013. He has stayed with the club ever since, racking up more than 300 appearances. While he may be in his mid-30s now, a decade-long experience at one of the biggest clubs in Germany has made sure he is still a vital cog of the dynamic and youthful Borussia Dortmund. It really was a toss-up between Juan Fran and the 66-capped Pole. I have edged slightly towards the Dortmund man just because he is still at a club that challenges every season for the best trophies in Europe, while Juan Fran has now clearly taken a step back when he joined Sao Paulo last summer. No offense to the Brazilian side though. The second player on the list to come through the Real Madrid academy, the 28-year-old Spaniard, is also by far the youngest player on this list. Due to lack of regular minutes at the Bernabeu, he moved to the Bundesliga side Bayer Leverkusen on a year-long loan in 2012. After a fruitful 12 months, in which he featured in all but 2 Bundesliga games for the German side, providing 8 assists as well, he moved back to the Spanish capital and cemented his position as the starting right back for Los Blancos, where he has been the number 1 in his position till date. A trophy-laden spell followed in which he won 4 Champions Leagues, a La Liga championship and a Copa del Rey medal, just to name a few. He made his debut for the Spanish side in 2014, winning 24 caps till date. There was a time a couple of seasons ago when he was arguably the finest right back in Europe, and while his fitness issues have plagued his career in recent years slightly, he is still one of the best in the business and the easiest choice in third position for this list. There are only 2 candidates that could have realistically fought for the top spot in this list. In second position, I have gone for Philippe Lahm, and if you know anything about football, you know who is in the top spot, but we'll get to that in a minute. The only player on this list who has now hung up his boots for good, Philippe Lahm came through the Bayern Munich setup before making his way to the first team in 2002. He moved to Stuttgart for a year-long loan in 2003 and returned back to Bavaria the subsequent summer with some much-needed experience under his belt. Equally adept at central defensive midfield as right back, the former Germany and Bayern Munich captain made over 600 appearances for the record German champions while also winning more than 100 caps for the national side. He was nowhere near as attack-minded as some of the more modern fullbacks today, but he was positionally very sound and defensively astute. His trophy cabinet is as good as it gets, as he led Bayern Munich to 8 Bundesliga titles, 6 DFB Cups and the Champions League, and the German side to the World Cup in 2014. He was one of the greatest right-backs not just of the last decade but, in my opinion, of all time, and the only reason he does not top this list is because he hung up his boots 3 years prior to the decade's end and not due to his quality in any way. Dani Alves really came into prominence during his time with Sevilla, for whom he played more than 200 times, predominantly as an attack-minded right-back. 6 successful years in Seville followed, which made Barcelona shell out more than 35 million euros for his services in 2008. It was with the Blaugrana that he established himself as one of the best right-backs of the modern era, forming an almost telepathic understanding with Lionel Messi as they conquered Europe thrice, along with 6 La Liga crowns and 5 Copa del Rey crowns, just to name a few. The 118-capped Brazilian moved to Juventus in 2016 and then joined PSG in 2017, adding the Italian and the French championship to his already impressive trophy cabinet. He moved to his home nation with Sao Paulo not before becoming the most decorated footballer of all time. He is still the starting right back for the Brazilian national side even at the ripe old age of 37. It really was a toss-up between him and Philippe Lahm. While the two players play in the same position, stylistically they were quite different. Lahm was a more consistent defender than Dani Alves, but Alves was better in attack. In the end, the tiebreaker has to be just the fact that Alves is still an active player both for club and country, while Lahm already hung up his boots a while back. So that's it for today, guys. If you liked my video, don't forget to like and comment on the video. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye.